Okay, guys, so, as in the title, I'll be going over, in my opinion, the worst episode of any dinosaur show. Gosh, that sounds like Leafy's here. This is literally the worst episode of any dinosaur show. Well, unsurprisingly, this is my actual opinion, and I'm gonna try my best not to be over-exaggerated on my opinions. So, let's go ahead and do this. In my opinion, the worst episode of any dinosaur show is Dinosaur Island by Enzo Rex. Now, specifically, I am talking about the first episode. So, how bad could it be? Very bad. Now, to truly show how bad this episode is, I'm going to go over what is, in my opinion, the four most important things to making a DI type series good, and how this episode completely fails at doing all of them. First off, you should never show human-made objects, except the dinosaur toys. That's the only thing you can show that's humanly made. So no chairs, and oh, look at that. A chair as a Pteranodon nest. An Easter egg as a substitution for a real egg. We're off to a great start. The second thing you should never do is make sound effects with your mouth. No foot stomping that sounds like beatboxing, and no roaring with your own mouth. Get actual sound effects off of YouTube for them. It'll definitely make it seem a lot more realistic and enjoyable. But of course, this episode does not do any of that. The third thing you should never do is say wildly inaccurate information. Now, there are certain things in the dinosaur world that can't be 100% proven. And that stuff is excusable. You can jump to a conclusion, or better, make a hypothesis in your show. However, when you say wildly inaccurate information like
raptors, small tyrannosaurs,
you have a problem. And the fourth and most important thing you should never do is never, ever show your hand. Let's see how good he did this. Yeah, if you have common sense, then you can clearly say he did not do a good job at this. With a giant arm in almost every shot, it is impossible to believe that these are real dinosaurs. Now, you might be saying, but Sketchy, they're toys. Yeah, but I can at least sometimes suspend my disbelief that they are real creatures if it is done good. Like, take Dinosaur Island Season 4. By Bioniclesaurus. With basically no hand in every shot, I could suspend my disbelief that these are real animals, and I could sit back and relax. But because there's a giant arm in every shot, all I'm thinking of is, this is a guy playing with his toys, and then he hit record while he did it. So that is why I think that Welcome to Dinosaur Island by Enzo Rex is the worst episode of any dinosaur show ever made. Now, the only good thing is that there's fake blood, but that's literally it. That's the only good thing I could find in this. And because of that, I give it a 1 out of 10. And sure, he's a 5-year-old, but I don't really care about that. I am judging these as equal things. So, with that in mind, I give it a 1 out of 10, and I think it's the worst dinosaur show episode ever. Hope you guys enjoyed, and the next DinoTube achievement I hope will be a bit more positive than this. Bye!